Hey everybody, this is Randy with Carchaeology, and I am in beautiful Tucson, Arizona. And it's actually cloudy here, which is a blessing. It's even raining just a little bit. I was out here a couple weeks ago looking at a particular car, which I shared a video on, and now I'm back to pick this car up. So I wanted to give you a little walk around and show you this scene because it's pretty frickin' spectacular. So in this basic suburban neighborhood here in Tucson, lived a man by the name of Mark that was into muscle cars. And Mark bought several muscle cars over his life, and he had a great time with them. He was definitely passionate about stuff. He loved his Mopars. He loved the special ones. This particular Charger right here is a 69. And it's an RT model, and it is a big block, which is pretty awesome. Now this one, I don't know how much he used this because he had all of these others. Like, look back here in the driveway. That's a Charger 500. Right next to it is a Hemi Challenger. Here's an RT Coronet. And on the other side of this right here is a Shelby GT 500 KR. Holy shit. Now the Shelby, he bought this car, I think in 1970 or somewhere in the early 70s. And it is a 4-speed 500 KR. That's original paint, what's left of it. And then I don't know the history of the RT Coronet here when he bought that one. But I don't think he paid a whole lot for that. I think one of his buddies said, oh, actually, no, it was the Charger 500. His buddy said he paid $400 for that car back in the day. Now, that too is a big block car, but it is an automatic. But it also is pretty loaded with accessories and stuff. It's got air conditioning, which is quite rare for a 500, power steering, so on and so forth. The Hemi Challenger is probably one of the heaviest hitters here in the batch. And Mark had this car for a long time as well. In fact, I've got photos of him with it back in the early days driving this. And it too is a 4-speed car, which makes it quite special. Absolutely insane. So here's that 500. All these cars are pretty sun-cooked. He had this amazing collection of cars, but he didn't keep any of it inside. He did have a nice big garage in the backyard, but it was full of business machines because that was his business. That was his income. And that doesn't mean he didn't love these cars. He absolutely did. He was passionate about it. He was a member of the Shelby Club. He was definitely into all the Mopars. Had lots of literature and was really into it. But Mark has passed on. He's up in the big garage in the sky now, and it's time for these rides to find a new home. And I'm the fortunate guy to be given that opportunity. So all of these cars are going to get scooped up. I'm going to bring them back to the lab. We're going to go through each one of them, check everything out, make sure that everything is proper as far as original engines, transmissions, rear ends, carbs, all the details. And then each one of these cars will be put up for sale and find a new home. But to see a pile of rare muscle cars like this is absolutely nuts. I mean, to find one car is insane. But to find 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, all in the same spot, this is something I will never forget. All right, so we got the truck here to load up the muscle car hoard. We're gonna use this flatbed to scoop up cars and drop them on the deck of the trailer. None of these things have been driven in a long time. Most of them seem to have a parking brake, which is good, but it's gonna be a little precarious. And then the excitement of trying to get them off on the other end will be fun. So here we go. Alrighty. RT Coronet up on the deck. pliers in here and a strap. Try to pull this off of the tow truck and onto the deck of the car transporter. Oh, there we go. It's going. Looking good. Yeah. So our trick here with the tow strap isn't quite working because it is pulling this wheel real super hard to the side. And we don't want this baby coming off of the side of that rack. So we're actually going to use the winch on the truck, run it down underneath over a part of the trailer here, and try to pull it forward. And we only have probably another 6 feet to go before it's completely on the truck, and then we can reset with a winch from the front and pull it. So a bit of a hassle, but we'll get it done. We got the winch from the truck running up underneath here, load around one of the cross beams, and then a strap to the car. All right, so we got the Coronet up on deck, but not without an extreme butt pinch moment. So the cable that we had running back to the truck here actually came off of the spool. You can see it hanging slack here. And it came totally loose of this right out the end. And the Coronet came sailing down the ramp almost into the back of the cab of the truck. Fortunately, our tow truck driver was in the front seat, had his foot on the parking brake, stopped it just shy. But holy crap, that was one hell of a tense moment. That would have really sucked to see that green baby jammed in the back of that cab. Woo! Yikes! Beautiful. Now that is a mighty fine load. with the same owner since the 1970s. And now off to new lives. Where will these cars end up? Is their time cooking in the sun done? I sure hope so. Whew. All right, so the license plate was turned around backwards on the car here. So for the grand procession back to California, we've got to tell the world this baby's Emmy. That's a mighty load. Wow. Today is a good day. See ya.
Bye.